Chelsea Manning says she is not, quote, an American traitor, as her critics have called her, and that she did what she thought was right. Judge Andrew Napolitano is here. I know what you're going to say to this, Judge, and I think a lot of our viewers would probably disagree with you.
I think a lot of our viewers probably would disagree with me. But yes. Chelsea Manning is, by definition, not a traitor because she wasn't convicted of treason. She was convicted. A traitor is a person convicted of treason. Right. She was convicted of espionage, which is the failure to safeguard state secrets. She did commit espionage, but she revealed that the American military had killed people in the Middle East, journalists, not terrorists, had lied about it and then lied about the lies. To that extent, I think she did a positive good for transparency in the government. Now, I know that the intelligence community... You can hear people screaming, the intelligence community... I can hear it already. Yes. I know that the intelligence community is furious. Mike Pompeo, who's been a friend of mine for a number of years, former congressman, now director of the CIA, refused to participate in this program at Harvard. Big hullabaloo. Harvard had offered Chelsea Manning a fellowship, then they withdrew the offer. I know that this rubs people the wrong way, but my view is that the First Amendment commands and protects those who expose government wrongdoing.
However, she was convicted 35 years, of which she did 7 years before getting a commutation from President Obama.
Yes, just as the president can pardon, like President Trump pardoned Sheriff Arpaio, the president can commute, meaning stop the service of a sentence midstream. In President Obama's case, he wanted her to serve another 5 or 6 months. So her commutation actually took effect on Donald Trump's watch. Some people thought that Donald Trump might try to reverse the Barack Obama commutation, which would have been a first in history.
All right, so let me ask you this. You say that Chelsea Manning released what was supposed to be classified information that showed that wrongdoing.
Yeah, she released it through WikiLeaks. So this is not like the Rosenbergs who sold secrets for money. She did this for ideological reasons.
But I guess it doesn't matter. She let the information out.
You're correct. Under the law, it doesn't matter.
But does it matter whether it showed wrongdoing or not? She was charged with maintaining those secrets as a government worker.
Correct. Actually, the punishment for selling secrets is heavier than the punishment for giving secrets, even though the crime is the same.
Yeah, but it's just I understand what you're saying, but this was a person who was charged with keeping classified information classified.
Yes, absolutely. This is a very low level.
What if it didn't show wrongdoing? Would you have a different opinion?
Say again?
If it didn't show wrongdoing of the type that it did, would you have a different opinion?
Yes. There would be no purpose in exposing it if it didn't show wrongdoing.
Okay. Very quickly, I want to get to you before we run out of time. We'll move on. I know... you say there are problems within President Trump's legal team. What's going on?
The New York Times is reporting this morning disputes between Ty Cobb, who's the president's chief criminal lawyer, and Don McGahn, who's White House legal counsel, about the documents that they're going to surrender to special counsel Mueller. That is
There were some screaming matches, from what I understand.
According to the Times article, there were screaming matches and allegations of lacking loyalty, etc. This is a problem for President Trump. The dispute was mediated by General Kelly. General Kelly's a great man, but he's not a lawyer. The president needs a chief legal strategist, one human being, loyal to him as a person who has final say on what documents are going to go to special counsel. Because if Ty Cobb surrenders documents to special counsel, when you give documents to special counsel, you certify, I have searched their records and given you everything I found. If someone else in the White House has taken things out of those records and hid them, then your certification is wrong. You are ignorant of its error, but it's wrong. That can be very, very troublesome for the lawyers who signed the certification and the lawyers who hid the documents.
So who wins in a situation like this?
I don't know who wins, but the president loses. The president needs one person in charge making final decisions. He can't have lawyers.
And is this to do with Russian collusion? Is this all about, who met with who?
Ashley, we don't know what it's about because the special counsel has expanded the scope, which happens every time they appoint a special counsel. The president is correct to be angry and troubled about this. We don't know what these documents are about, and the New York Times didn't identify them. But we do know that the criminal lawyers, that team, has accused the White House lawyers of hiding documents from them, and that's dangerous.
When can we put this Russia issue to bed? It's been going on and on and on. There's a lot of people becoming glassy-eyed. There are doubts whether there's really something there, but it just won't go away.
There's two sides here. There's a lot of people who say this was made up by the Hillary Clinton people. There's no there there. It's been going on for a year and a half. If there were a there, we'd know about it. And then there's the other side, which says the president has done everything he can to hide all this stuff, the meeting with the Russians at Trump Tower, and it's taking time to find it. I don't know what the answer is. I myself would like to see an answer sooner rather than
so we
later.
can move on.
But Bob Mueller keeps hiring people.
Yes.
So there must be some work for them to do, or he wouldn't keep hiring them. And, of course, we're paying for them.
Yes, of course we are. Lovely. Judge, thank you so much.
See you in the 11.